Hey there legends, Tori here, the Geelong-Flipper, your mate most importantly. If you are new to the channel, then I pity you, but like and subscribe nonetheless. If you want to know just in a quick snapshot what I'm about, I'm a full-time reseller selling on eBay. I try to show you guys as I learn things. I'm not an expert, I make mistakes, but I will tell you when I make them. So saddle up, we're heading over to my storeroom to pick some orders, to put all this stuff away. I was a listing machine. Ironically, I think some of the stuff in there has already sold. But in any case, let's go get our coffee. Let's go get our toasty. And we're going to head over to the offsite. All right. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. This is going to be a long video. And I've got the light. I've got everything ready today. I've even got the iPad. So I think we're going to have a bit of fun. Cue the music. Tori here, Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate, Tori.
Geelong-Flipper here.
Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori. Tori here, the
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? Hey guys, how you doing? Tori. I'm now at the offsite. I forgot I did my intro. Just getting set up. It's going to be a longish video, I believe. I got a few sales as I was coming over here and getting ready, which is always lovely. Glasses on puppy, don't forget. I'm just going to grab the rest of the stuff from the car and we'll make our way through. I've got a few things I want to talk to you guys about, and I'll get the important one out of the way first before we just start gas bagging. If it's a bit windy, sorry, it's a bit windy. I'm nervous about that for the new offsite because it just faces out into the weather, but I'll figure a way, because where there's a will, there's a way, so they say, okay? Terele, hey! Today's video, it's funny, I'm a little bit ahead. So normally you guys see the video, I think it's a day after, because I did that. The last video you guys will have seen is the how to do calculated postage. So I hope that was helpful. I know you guys are telling me other things that you'd like to see. So we will continue, as I remember, to do our how to do eBay for free tutorials. Most of the information can be found online. I'm not going to lie about that. And but sometimes it's nice just to find it in a how-to section of, your friend's bloody YouTube channel. Okay, so I need to find stuff. Where is it? There. Okay. I'll need to connect. Please connect. Tap to retry. Yes, I do want to connect to the hotspot and join. I'm connecting to you by the power of wizardry and science. Okay. Let's have a bit of a look here. Okay, first things first, I want to get this out of the way. Uno momento. You guys are amazing, for starters, but let me just have a little bite. And then have a little sip. And the reason why I'm doing that pantomime is I want to say a big thank you to anything but an expert who gave me a super thanks on my video and said, "Hi Tori, I'm a quiet lurker viewer. Appreciate your thoughts and real convos. I've been reselling for 18 months, preparing for retirement ahead. Got my offsite organised. I pay $5 a week. Thank you to my good mate who allows me to utilise a large wall of racking. Enjoy the coffee and keep talking." And yeah, gave me a super thanks. I was going to get my coffee, well, my sandwich. And then the foul-mouth flipper, ironically, when I'm recording this video's not out yet, but as a channel member, he gets access to it early. As soon as I upload it, I just let the channel members watch it. But he's already seen the calculated shipping and basically just said, yeah, coffee on me. Thank you, mate. I do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. All right, guys, so I've said my thank yous. And first off, before I start unpacking everything, I'm going to address this. Oh! Sorry, I don't know, I felt like an animal. Let me finish this mouthful and then I'll do the next bit. Okay, mouth is empty. Sneeze? Do I need one? It's right at the back. Hopefully it'll come out unexpectedly. That'll be enjoyable. Okay, this message is for those of you out there who are watching. Thank you, subscribe, like, all the rest, who haven't started eBay yet, but are thinking, you know what? If that guy can do it, I can too. I've got news for you. You can. You've got this. You can do it. We can all do it. We can all help each other too. But I was going to throw something at you, and I don't think it's spoken about very often. If you are thinking about getting into this, whether it is as a hobby to get a little bit of extra money, or literally to put the bloody food on the table, I want you to do this for me. When you start up your YouTube account, or when you are about to, before you start getting serious, set up your, I got confused then, I'm so sorry. I'm not editing either, so bad luck. Start now. If you're thinking about doing eBay, right? Do YouTube if you want. If you think about doing eBay to put a bit of extra food on the table, I want you to do this. This is the tip from Flip, okay? I want you to purchase things off eBay. I want you to look up the things that you'd normally walk down to the shop to get, not food stuff, but other things. And what I want you to do is make a series of small, affordable for you transactions on eBay. Not for no reason, just get stuff you actually need, or you'll be amazed. You can get pretty much everything on eBay. So buy a heap of stuff off eBay. Affordable things, taking into account you'll be paying postage. The reason why I'm telling you to do that, it will sound stupid. People don't like buying off people with low feedback. Now, you may see when you're looking on eBay, especially if it's for the first time, you're going to see numbers next to our names, like mine's Geelong-Flipper, whatever it is, right? I can't even remember. I can look. Geelong-Flipper, blah, blah, blah. And where is me? Geelong-Flippy. %, positive feedback. 1,901 is my feedback rating, 100% positive. I've had negatives before, that they can be wiped out eventually. It takes some time. But the reason why I do suggest you do this is simply to build up consumer confidence in your brand. Whether you're buying or selling, that doesn't seem to matter as much to people who buy off you. What it does seem to matter is you've got some feedback, you've done some dealings, and the benefit of buying off eBay is you'll also see how other sellers package goods to ship. So if you're thinking about buying a book, buy it on eBay. You might get a second hand, you might get it cheaper. See how the seller packages the stuff to get it to you. Now, once you do have some feedback built up, start listing anyhow. It doesn't matter. If you've got zero feedback and you're trying to sell, eBay will hold your money until it shows delivered. So put tracking on your sales. They will hold your money. They even hold some of our money sometimes. If you screw up or you don't put tracking in enough, or if you've lost your top seller rating, it'll start to penalise you by holding onto your money for a little bit, which can be frustrating. But if you get those numbers up, the beauty of it is that your people looking, your potential customers, and isn't that exciting, they will not hesitate for as long before buying off you. So that was the one bit of like advice. I know it took me a long time because I do crap on so much, but in the first 10 minutes, that's a knowledge bomb. Build feedback, buy off eBay, learn from those transactions, support your fellow resellers. You're about to become one of them. That wind is coming through. You didn't see yesterday, I actually started putting some of these shoes into tubs instead of these horrible bags, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm excited for it. Also, I was motivated yesterday and did a heap of listings in that tub that I've got just down there. So depending on how long I crap on for, we may do a big tub allocation session. Now, the reason why I suggest that you watch those is purely do your research at my expense. So I'll show you what I bought, and if I remember, I'll tell you what I think I'll get for it. All of my listings are on my eBay store, Geelong-Flipper, okay? That way you can check. You can check and have a look. If I can't remember, you can just go and have a look at it. I decided that these longer videos, I am not going to over edit them. If I happen to cross a part where it says, oh, now I'll put a screenshot, I'll do it, but I'm trying not to. These are meant to encourage you to list your little hearts out and make as much money as you can, but doing it properly and at the expense of the mistakes that I make, that you don't make them. Yeah. 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 Oh, I love this. So, see that? That was like 2 and a bit big bags of shoes. I'm scared of the tower. I probably shouldn't have done that as high. But that's cool. On wheels, baby. On wheels. If you hear a crash, it's because I've dropped everything. So these are the 50 litre tubs. I finally got around to buying them. And I must admit, even though they're smaller, I like them a lot more. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Whereas these ones that I'm about to wheel out now are most certainly heavier, because I've loaded them up so very much that I think the wheels, okay, don't go that way. I think the wheels are trying to force themselves into the bottom. But even doing that was still easier than what I was doing. We'll shed some light on the subject. I always look away because the first one's bright, the next one is not so much. And I need to get a couple of those. So in the new site, I'm thinking of actually, I'm nervous about how much this will cost. And if you guys know about this, look it up for me. None of these sites are powered. They don't do it for safety reasons. But at hardware stores, you can buy portable power things, and they're like this large sort of brick thing. And essentially, I don't know how long they last for, but I should be able to get powered lights, like brighter lights that I just run off electricity whilst I'm here. And then I just take the power bank home power brick, whatever it is, power supply, but I know they're $300 to $400, sometimes more. But that would enable me to run lighting. It'd be so much better. Can't let you miss out on the action. I've been thinking about this too. I'm getting asked about my writing, which I'm flattered, and I do talk about it. If you don't know, I've got 10 books out there on Amazon. They're horror comedy. There's one action book called Tin Man. It's all under Tori Favreau, my real name, in case I don't say it. No, I say Tori enough. But I've had a few of you say I'd like to know more about the writing. And I do want to share that. I wish more people would write. There's nothing like the feeling of actually seeing a book that other people might be reading with your name on it. It's rewarding. I don't know if the content, I don't think, well, you guys would have to tell me. If you wanted to just a episode where I'm literally just talking about my books and my process and what I do, I'll do it. But I'd have to be damn sure that I'm not alienating the reseller audience by crapping on about my books. I don't even know if I should, basically, let's put it bluntly, if not enough people are interested, maybe I need to put that one behind a paywall or in a members only sort of section, and just make it a very cheap tier that you can get that information, but that I'm not upsetting the apple cart for other people. The members can watch if they want, they can leave it alone if they want. But 19 members versus, 1,800 and something subscribers, it may just be content that isn't suitable for on here, but I'm flattered that you guys are asking. I'll think about it. If you've got ideas on how I could approach that without alienating the core audience, let me know. I mean, it's either that or I set up a Patreon or something like that with free content. That could be a possibility, yep. But I guess a lot of these things, they all take time. And I was thinking about the other day, because I looked to take my storage business to another location. Obviously I decided not to, but I did figure out too, in addition to this place being very secure, like, you don't go home worrying about your stock. There's cameras all over the joint. There's all sorts of security here. It was also, if I went to the other place, one, there was no security other than a locked door. I'm sure I could improve upon that. But I did think about it, and it was like, it was a 50-minute round trip. And time's money. How much money could I make in 50 minutes? Probably not a lot. I'm still not earning heaps, but I could edit some of my books. I'm so excited about this too. I have started editing other authors' books for them, and it's so rewarding. I'll be able to tell you more about that at the moment. I'm editing a Melbourne author's book of short stories. It's fabulous. He's such a good writer. But it's funny, I'm putting my own spin on things and offering suggestions and doing all the normal editing stuff. I really like doing it. it's fun. I'm doing this one for free because I wanted to experience it. You know, I don't know. I know you charge by the word basically, but it'll be something interesting to take a look at, because the process is enjoyable and the author said he is getting so much out of it. I'm excited for the book to come out. I'm excited to have the editor tag in the book. It's just an exciting time for this guy he's been writing for some time. He's very talented, but I was honoured that I was able to help out, because all these things for us independent authors, they all cost money, and most of us are working second jobs or a primary, like I do this, eBay as my primary, and obviously I'm writing my books as my love, but not as my primary source of income. Okay. So, after all that crapping on, I've emptied out the thing that normally takes me 4 minutes. If I'm not talking to you guys, it takes 4 minutes talking to you. It was 20 minutes. Maybe longer. I don't know. Did I stop the camera? I don't know. All right, so had some orders come through today, and we are going to pick them like we do. I do need to check something here. I'm hoping there is a message. All right, sweet. There is actually a sale that's in the tub I just brought in to put the item away. It's already sold. It lasted less than 12 hours, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's start picking our orders. Buy paid sent now. We've got 7 items. I've got 2 items not paid for. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I got the feeling. So yeah, 3 orders came through last night, which is always fantastic. There we go. So this is a fun one. This is Gremlins 2, the new batch. I picked it up for 50 cents. Sold it for 12 bucks. As I say all the time, I charge shipping, so 50 cents, 12 bucks plus shipping, okay? Look for these guys. You always see them in op shops, generally for $2 to $3, as long as they've got the bone on there. You can get 25 to 30 odd bucks for these, as long as they're in good condition. They're fantastic. And the nice thing is, as you pull him along, because it's his leash, his tail wags. So they're good fun. And as you can see, I've got one for sale right now. I've started picking those up, and I sit there, Sirubu, and I've started picking up the little bashing frogs. Turtle, sorry. Okay, so this is the only issue when there's a lot of media in one of these 52-litre tubs. There's a lot of stuff to certainly sort your way through. This is cool, an old Alien book. That's from the 70s, guys. Couldn't believe when I saw that. So if you know anyone who likes the Alien movies, that's awesome. No, I'm going to forget that that's there. So yeah, the three sales that are paid for. Oh, there it is. Gremlins new batch. And I love the fact in this because like this is my childhood, Gremlins. I love the fact he's got a cigar and it's a PG movie. No tobacco products were endorsed for this movie, except for the fact that I think Spike is having a blunt. He's not, it's a cigar. Because if it was a blunt, he'd be puff passing. Puff passing. What a jokester. Alright, so if you ever want to laugh, not to sell because they don't sell well. Well, I saw one about Trump, but these are not real. They're satire and they're funny. So if you ever see one for 50 cents, it's worth 50 cents just to read it and laugh. But yeah, satire is fun. I'm thinking because of the nature of today's video, I should, and forgive me, but I'm also working on my business as well. Let me get the notepad. There is room in there to, is there? Wait, I might put the dog instead. I was going to start allocating stock. Sometimes it is easier, but I think he still takes up too much room. He'd fit a little plush in there, but that's something that I will see later, so we'll skip it for now. Thanks, guys. Good idea. Tub 27. I'll just see if there's anything else over in this area here. Yeah, there is in tub 7. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's a book. So it'll take a bit of time. This was a cheap sale. I'm still grateful for the business. Still gets everything ticking along. We've got to remember that, don't we? Got to remember, we've got to be grateful. Because, as I said in 2 videos ago for you guys, everything that goes wrong is my fault when it comes to this end of it. That big crow must live here. It's huge. Crow, raven, I don't know. There are differences. I'm not astute enough to spot them. So this one here is an Ando book called Hopping Weird. And they took advantage of the fact that I had it on special because it was aged stock. They've picked it up for $5.40 and $8 post. It's probably one that I would have paid, I think those Andos, I only paid like 50 cents for them. But even so, the fact I run promoted listings may not have worked out well in my favour. I can have a look at that in a second and I'll tell you guys, because like that sort of stuff, they are little screw ups, but at the end of the day, it also helps. Is this it? It'd be good if it is. Hopping Weird. Yes. Okay. That one. Hope you enjoy your book. Okay. So I just need to check something. Sorry, but this is a screw up I did on eBay and the customer's asking a question. Actually, I just realized I've got the iPad here. I don't have to kill this because of you. Let's have a quick look. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great day. Exclamation mark. All right, cool. So we should be getting a rat-a-tat-tat from eBay because old mate says he's paying or paid. And that means I'll be able to pick his jeans for him. Either he's about to pay. Yeah, he just paid then. Sweet. All right, that's a good sale. Let's jump on over here. Yep, that's a good sale. So Levi jeans, waist 32, leg 32. We won't deal with them just yet. We've got the Ando book, which is awesome. And this is one of the dangers when I'm talking to you guys. I go, oh, where did I put that? Imp. Tub 7. Okay, now we're sweet. I thought that was tub 9 and I was fooling around in tub 7. And I was going to go, oh shit. So I hope that the initial message of like, you know, building up feedback makes sense. I know you older hands will agree with me. The feedback is important. I personally, I'm sorry, but I don't even know if I'd buy something off a 0 feedback seller unless it was something not cheap. I would not buy something expensive, because typically that's where you get a lot of the scams coming in. They'll set up an eBay account, put up something expensive and never sell it. Pain in the ass. I'm going to get these out of the way that I don't accidentally pop them back into another tub, because it's so wonderfully distracting chatting to you guys. So give me a second. Oh my God. No. No, we can go around the other side now. Oh, that's good. That's up really high, the light now. So this sale, I was actually really pleased about how quickly it went. If you guys remember, a little while ago, I bought Bill and Ben plushies. They sold for $50, so 14 into $50. But here's the interesting part: they're going to Switzerland. So I doubt it's a viewer, but if it is, thank you so very much. It is appreciated. But they're down somewhere here. And I must admit, if they're in here, like if I'm in the right tub. No, I'm not. What an idiot. No, I'm not. I'm not even in the right tub. That's tub 27. I'm meant to be in tub 29. But I'll show you them. It's little things like this that are neat, that are good to find, and they also may bring back a little bit of nostalgia for you, which is always fun. All right, I see them here. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men. How cool are they? So yeah, I picked them up for $6.99 each at Savers. If you're not familiar with Savers, it's a for-profit op shop. There's a whole heap of them. I love going to them. They do quite well for me. As a rule, I find good treasure. Yeah, they were $6.99 each. And I would have only had them for a couple of weeks, so they're really cool. They're vintage, they're sweet. Bill and Ben. Awesome. It's a hot wind out there. I'll see a hot wind rising. Don't pay me, guys, I'll sing for free. Tub 40. This was a cool little sale. So these are Mambo Loud board shorts. Men's 34 in tub 41. Tub 41. All right, come around here. Come around to tub 41. I would love to do a YouTube channel where I just sing stupid songs based on your prompts. Now, these are cool boardies. If you don't know what board shorts are, just because you're not from around these neck of the woods, they're basically just shorts that guys and gals wear when they go down to the beach. Board shorts for surfboards. So I got, I paid $4 for that. Hear that wind? I paid $4 for these. and I got, what did I get? $31.85 plus the post. That's a win. Now here's another win that I got the other day. I took an offer. The buyer got a good deal, but so did I. I think that's the best sort of offer where everyone has a little bit of a win. So I was in an Oppo, and because you know that's what I do, and I saw a Polo Ralph Lauren top. People say it differently. Say it how you like. You know what I'm saying. It's a good brand. Okay, so I found a activewear Ralph, and I'd never seen it before, and it's not on that side of the tub. So let's find it. There it is. So at this op shop, all the tops are $4. So I paid $4. And it's in really, really beautiful condition. And I heard that there was a lid falling behind me. So yeah, I opened it up and saw the Ralph Lauren Active. Lauren Active is what they're called. It's beautiful. So I had it up for $75, and my customer offered $50. I thought 4 into $50. Take the deal, son. So I did. Took the deal. They paid pretty quick, and now they've got themselves a beautiful top for a fraction of what it's worth, but I still crushed it. Love those sales. Love the opportunity that we give our customers. I do. I really do. It's like, there's no way I could walk into a shop and buy a Ralph Lauren bloody polo shirt, let alone something that cool, for $50. It doesn't happen. I wouldn't have the $50 to spend on it if it wasn't like stock. Yeah. Okay. One thing I did notice, like with us moving to the new offsite, which is a couple of rows down the way, I'm going to have to make sure that a lot of these tubs aren't overfull, because I need to be able to put the lids back on them to stack them to get them to the new place. Ironically, that's a 6x4, and today 2 up from me vacated, and that's a 7.5 by 3. But this is 3 meters across this one, and as you can see, I'm like banging against here. With 4 meters, there'll be one of 2 ways I can go about this. Ali did a better floor plan than I did because she's better at that stuff. My initial thought was I would run 2 center rows instead. Her way is way better. It may be a little bit congested, but her way lets us fit even more racking in and a packing station. So I may be able to do pick packing videos for you guys. I hope so. It'll be nice to take more of the operation out of the house. Okay, tub 27 where we were just before. Maybe that's why it was going through my head. Let's see first though. Tub 43. That's the infamous jeans tub. But now that we know better, we'll check a bit harder now. They were a lovely sort of faded blue. These are not it, they're Riders. Still good jeans, but not the Levi's. Is that them there? I'm sorry you guys are going to smack heads with me. Please be the jeans. Oh, that's all right. I've got room there. Oh no, I don't. I need to put him back in. By the way, Soph, if you're watching this, I made you an offer. No one ever got back to me. Guys, if you see stuff on the videos that you do like and you want to buy them, don't be shy. I keep saying, come and talk to me. Message me on Instagram about it. Okay? Message on Instagram. We'll get you sorted out. And, you know, it'll probably just, because I've got to make a living, it'll still be a good deal. It generally will be just a little bit more than what eBay fees would have been for me, though. But yeah, I'll always try to help on the price. So if I know you wanted this, so I worked out what the fees were. If you want it, hopefully Rubber Duck told you the price. And if you didn't, I don't know, I didn't check. But yeah, private sales are fine. Now, these are jeans, 33 and 30. Go and double check that. I don't think they are. I don't think they are, which is a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm going to get the tub down and do this properly. No fart-assing around just because I'm a bloody YouTube sensation. Because all I'm doing at the moment is just showing you mistakes, bad habits. When it comes to actually getting your clothes, it makes far more sense to pick them properly. Or you'll do what I did and accidentally send the wrong jeans off and then cost yourself a $49 sale because you send off another pair. Okay, so they are Levi jeans. Those are, no, they're Resellers. Those are the Riders. There's another pair of Levi's. Hopefully they're it. Oh wait, there's Levi's directly below that too. I remember I picked up a whole heap. Are these it? Can't tell. No, because they're 501s, the ones that I sold. Guys, little things that you can do to also, I'm just going to quickly use this as a teaching part too. It doesn't really help because I'm standing in the dark part of the bloody offsite. Hang on. And I don't know how much this will actually show you. If you ever look at jeans, and I really enjoy selling jeans, but I used to be terrified of them. It is fairly easy to tell when they're fake. One, the material won't be very good. Two, tags won't be put on properly, or they'll feel wrong. They'll just feel wrong to you. But another thing too to learn about your jeans. So the studs on the Levi jeans, you can see it says Levi Strauss & Co. or whatever. But inside, and a lot of the forgery people will forget this, there's a stamp on there. You can't really see it, but it's a stamp with a number on it, and the number designates what Levi's factory it was made in. So that's one of the ways you can work your way around jeans on occasion. I think I'll have to do one of those as a bit of a shorter video at some stage, because I know a lot of people, you get overwhelmed, you go in the op shop and they've got stacks of Country Road, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, these can't be real. And you might be missing an opportunity. They may be real, or you may be averting disaster and they're not real. Or so many oars, we may as well have a boat. I'm glad that my customer just paid for the jeans then. These might be it. Are they 501s? 501s have, instead of a fly, they got buttons, and these are 501s. As you can see, I just double check that size. I don't want to repeat that mistake, and there's still more Levi's in there. 32 and 32. Yep, they're it. These are the premium ones too. You can tell because the premium ones have more of a leathery patch on the back, whereas the others, they call it a paper tag. I don't know if it's really paper or not though. Stoked on that. Then we just got to get a game out, and the picking is done, and the allocation will begin. There's a lot there. I don't know how I'm going to go. So if you don't want to see what I've bought and listed, because sometimes it can feel like a glorified advertisement, which I guess it is if you're interested in the stuff I'm selling, but it's not intended to be. It's intended to be, I paid this is how much I think I'll get for it. And when I do this stuff, it's like, for example, the customer paid $50 for these jeans and $10 shipping, and I paid $7 for the jeans. 7 and 50. Jeans are cool. And jeans are good, and we're heading towards a season where more people want to wear them. Until the arthritis in my knee got bad, yes, I'm older, I would wear shorts though as long as I bloody well could. I love my shorts. Denim shorts rock. Okay, I was hoping to grab something out. I'm behind you at the moment, by the way. I'm behind the camera. I was hoping to grab out that thing and show you something that I sold. I may actually have to save it till the end though, because I think it's down the very bottom of the tub. You guys who have been so generous with your super thanks too, don't think that I don't appreciate it so very much. It's ridiculous and absolutely humbling. Thank you. Oh, one last, no, I can't do it to you. It's that old saying of, you know, when you get to it, you'll get to it. I think we'll wait until we get to it, because there's the rain. Oh, okay. I'll shut off the camera for 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make sure my stock's okay. All right, so welcome to Uncle Flip's ASMR. That's it, isn't it? The stuff that people geek out to, listening to sounds. So you got the rain hitting the shed. You got me, the dulcet tones. Okay, those jeans are done. I'm glad I checked. But yeah, jeans are a good lookout. Jeans are what people refer to as bread and butter sales, but I don't know how much that's going to F with the audio. So I'm actually going to stop the camera, turn it back on, do a short test of me talking, and then I'll listen to it and see if it's worth continuing, okay? Otherwise I might just play the rain. That's bloody lovely. Okay, let me do the test. Hey guys, of course the rain's faded off now, but it was fairly bad before. I'm doing this as a playback to see if the sound of rain affects our audio too much. Look, it's a little bit meh, but it's also nice. Okay, so we've got a game to pick in tub 27, which is where we were just before. And that's all, yeah, that is the last part of this picking portion of the video. Down this way. It's an Adventure Time PS3 game. It's Adventure Time. It's a little bit weird because of the rain. It was already warm in here, now it feels muggy. But we'll persevere. Did I read that right? I was sure it said 27. Yeah, it does. Have I showed you guys this one before? Rainbow Bright? That's cool as hell. I did have I was pretty sure it was a listener. I had someone express interest in buying that. When I said, yeah, cool, I want to sell it, I never heard from them again. But yeah, if you like your vintage toys, that's something extremely cool. I nearly kept that one actually. It made me feel happy when I looked at it. One Piece comic book. I've even got an old vintage phone in there. See? I actually thought it would sell a lot faster. It still hasn't sold, obviously, because I'm showing you it, but I thought that would be snapped up. I didn't pay a lot for it, but yeah, hasn't sold. And that's all right. I think that Adventure Time, I'll need to have a harder look for it. It's the only difficult thing about this stuff. Sometimes because I'm a whirling dervish of mayhem and mischief, I just jarred my finger then. That hurt. Okay, the game's not in there. Not behind it. Okay. That is a to be continued because the customer needs to get their shit. Cool, but the shipping isn't until Monday, so a little sigh of relief. I am going to open up. I'm going to be gone for 2 seconds. Okay, explains why it was swampy. I think one of the staff here was helping me out because the wind was starting to blow the rain under where I'd shut the door. So bless your hearts if it was you guys. They just moved the door down further to protect my stock. But and they look out for me here. That's another reason why I want to stay. It's if people are good to you, sometimes it costs a little more, but if people are good and they look after you, and these guys do, they look after me, then not financially, like, you know, nothing like that, but little things like, oh, there's a new store, there's a new area open. It's good business for them. You know, it's like when I went out to that place that was far bigger, I didn't want to really, because I always went, because you always got to explore those opportunities, because in business, like, sure, there's friendships, but it's still money. But yeah, part of me is just like, I'm getting looked after so well here. Why would I want to? Okay, so everything is now picked, except for that one thing I've got to find, the Adventure Time game. So I'll get that sorted. Now, if you guys are so inclined, we are going to look at what what I've bought, what I listed, how much I listed it for, if I can remember, and I'll tell you a bit about this stuff. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments, whether I bought poorly, that happens, what you thought of the product, or whatever the case may be, guys. Just, this is stuff I've bought, and if you like the stuff that I do, you might want to look for these items for yourself. That's the whole point. Alright, so let's see. Just checking the old pocketos. That's Japanese for pocket. I don't know if it actually is or not. Did I bring a biro? I don't like using the marking texts to write in books, but it still does the job. So first things first, we look for areas with little gaps that I have to remind myself, hey, Tori, don't forget you're gonna have to move all this stuff, so you have to be able to shut the lids. Okay, Tori, thanks for the heads up, mate. I'll just get the tub, guys. Well, we tend to work fairly well in this area here, so let's continue to do so. Oops. Like I said, there is a fair bit of stuff here that I did. I probably almost needed just to leave it in its own tub, but I do need the availability of that tub, so there's a catch-22. We'll operate out of tub 10, guys. Tub 10, tub 10. Alright, so this was an interesting one. This was it's a Hot Wheels car. I paid $40. It's battery operated. I always test it, then I remove the batteries for safety. Basically, it makes the most cool music. This thing just goes crack, 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 crack super fast. And these go bah, bah, bah. They don't, but they do move like pincers. They comp anywhere from $40 to $80. So HW Scorp T10. We'll get some squishies in there. This is a glow-in-the-dark Fuggler, a special edition, limited one. And yeah, he was super cool fun. Really, I like the Fugglers. I think they're kind of nasty in all the right ways. So that's a Fug Glow. His undies glow in the dark. Now, it's nagging at me here because, well, I'll tell you in a second. Let's have a look. Truth be told, I'm literally having to check if it's listed because I know I was doing the photography, but at the time it had been a really long day, and sometimes when I'm doing my writing or I'm at the end of my day, I'll have a whiskey or something at the end of the day, and I don't know why it just hit me like a barrel of bricks falling off a building, and I was like thump, and I was like, okay, don't list anymore, don't write anymore. And this was a while ago, and I'm just like, I looked at this thing now thinking, I don't remember photographing it. It was one of those nights. Okay, so these are my actives. Did I bring it? Because I've got a lot of drafts too. Maybe I haven't listed it yet. God, it's warm in here. I'm literally sweating now. Fuggler. No, I photographed it. In fact, it's got someone watching it. So, Fuggler can go in tub 10 as well. Oh my God. So busy divulging. Fuggler. 10, done. All right. We'll put some movies in there. Casino, because they fit. Breakup. The movie I dropped. Harry Potter, you're a wizard now. Harry. 1, 2, 3. So I also wanted to acknowledge Chloe. Chloe's been sending a lot of messages through. Chloe, I do get them all, I do read them. Chloe said that the other day she was at a op shop and I think she found a Kinder Surprise panda or something, and she's like, it's worth about $90, but it's so cute, I want to keep it. And I thought that was really sweet. She goes, what do you do? How do you not keep all of your stock? And there's a couple of answers to that, Chloe. Let me tell you right now. First things first, if I kept them, I wouldn't have a home to put them in because I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. But I have a trick. This is a trick for you guys who may want to keep the stuff that you buy. What I'd suggest is be kind to yourself. Firstly, don't keep it. That's the very opposite of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to sell the stuff. But put it somewhere you can see it. Have a special shelf for the cool stuff that you like to look at, and have that shelf in your home maybe, but just that shelf for the cool stuff that you've got listed. And then until it sells, it's on display in your home, and you kind of keep it for that period of time. Just a thought. Just a thought. It may actually, it may help. It may work for you. These are just 2 Mark Billingham books that I picked up for $2 each. I've bundled them. No idea. I think it was for $20 plus 10 shipping. They're in really good nick though. Look at your books. If they're yellowing, it's called foxing. Some people won't want to touch them. If they're vintage books, people can be a lot more forgiving of vintage books. So you might find that if they are vintage books that you can write foxing and people won't be as excited about it because they're expecting it because they're old. Time of death, oh, if they go like that, okay. So Billingham, and that will finish off tub 10. All right, it's meant to thunderstorm later today. I'm sort of looking forward to that and sort of not looking forward to it because of the weird way that our units are situated. The whole complex, unfortunately, can flood quite readily. In the 3 years that I've been there, I think it's been 3 years. In the 3 years that I've been there, I have experienced two flood incidents where the unit next to me flooded badly, and it came through the walls. So I got minor flooding. I've had upstairs, their washing machine broke. They didn't notice. They flooded and it dripped through the ceiling into my place. Sometimes it sucks. Like, I'm glad to be a homeowner, but it wasn't, because it was hard for me to get a loan at my age. You know, I was a single person back then. And it was very hard for someone, you know, I think I was 49 when the bank thinks, well, you won't even be able to service a 30-year mortgage. So to get that little unit was a fight, and I renovated the insides of it. I gutted it. It's an IKEA kitchen, but I made it, and then I had help mounting it. A friend, well, I haven't seen them for years, but someone I knew who was a tradie very graciously just came and helped me put them all up, so that was cool. But yeah, so to get that place was a struggle, and but it's ours. Like, you know, it's mine and Ali's, so it's good, it's cool. All right, so this guy here, I think I got him for $2, and I think I've got him at about 25 or $30 based on comps. It's a little Squishmallow peanut butter jar. If they're in good nick, I get them still, but otherwise I steer clear. This one was cool. This is a shine, whatever, crossed with Care Bear's headband. If you watched a couple of videos ago, you would have seen me humiliate myself wearing it. That can also go in tub 4. We'll write CB headband, CB headband. Okay, tub 4, 4 to the floor. I don't think there's room in the lower guys, the lower tubs. So we'll wait and see on that one. I'll just lid that up while I can. I know I'll probably be back in it before we move, but can't hurt, that's for sure. Okay. Leave that one as is. Do you guys like listening to me crap on while I'm essentially just trying to figure out where the hell I put all this cool stuff? I know you do. That's why I do it. I know you do, and I like talking to you guys. So I can see. I think that in some ways you guys are a bit of a lifesaver, and I hope I am for you too, because you're not by yourself. And you've got your uncle that's not related to you talking about eBay, about the thing that we all love. It was so funny. I ran into a dear friend. He's been on the show before, Daniel. I just ran into him before, and he goes, "Are you heading to the off-site?" Because we were directly around the corner from this place at one of the oppos. I said, "Yeah, mate, I'm there." And we've arranged to meet up. And I'm excited for that because I haven't seen him properly for ages. And he's like, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "We can just catch up for lunch or something. It doesn't have to be op shop." And he's like, "But that's all we talk about, so we might as well be doing it." And it's right. We both love this stuff so much that it is, except for when I'm talking about my writing, it does consume me a fair bit. Some video games do too, but I don't do a video game channel. I did a long time ago. It's essentially defunct now, so I've not done content for that for a long time. I'd say 4 or more years. It's so funny though, because like you put something on YouTube and as you know, it's essentially there forever, and you look at it later and you're getting notifications from this channel that you don't do anything on, but yet someone is still getting joy from it. It's kind of awesome. It's not making you anything, but sometimes, you know, that part can't be the motivation for everything. This is the first edition of a Stephen Kuntz. I paid $1 for it. First edition hardcover. I don't really know. I aimed for, I think, about the $30 mark. I don't think I'll get that. I think I went too high. But there is something special about a book being a first edition. And if you are not familiar with that term, first editions can take many forms. A first edition typically is just the first time that publisher has printed the book. So it might say first Penguin edition. Tub 18, Kuntz, Smurf. I'll go, do I need to turn the light back on? Probably not. Should we worry? No. I will get a drink though. Alright, I know you caught me, but I was so close to the light that I thought I'm right there, I might as well switch it on. This was a little cutie. He's very old, at least I think he is. He's a Just Jeans teddy bear. Just Jeans, I don't know if it's a worldwide brand or not, but basically this is a Just Jeans teddy bear. It's still got tag on from back on the day. Maybe it isn't old, but it feels it. And it's, yeah, got the Bear Essential on the back. I have noticed this is exclusive for Just Jeans, but I've seen the very same bear being used for Gap, wearing the same overall, so maybe the only exclusive thing is actually the patch on the back, so I don't know. Top 18 though, Just Jeans bear. He is super cute, he's cuddly, the overalls are sweet. Just Jeans bear. This one was cool. I was actually really impressed when I tested this. So I got it for $5. I think I've listed it for 40 or 50. An old digital clock radio, but being Panasonic, it's better condition. It's missing its battery compartment, or the cover, but I put a battery in, that still works. The display works. The thing that I do love is that the speaker on it, both AM and FM, sounds so clear. I nearly wanted to listen to regular radio again. I listen to podcasts mainly. But that was a cool one. I have a gut feeling that might go quickly, because the Sony Dream Machine went pretty quickly too. Panasonic. Once we get the bigger spot, the idea is I do want to try slightly larger electrical items. Not big, but just I'm limited. Sometimes I just won't look at stuff because there's no effing way it would fit in here. But some of this stuff is well worth looking into. Cool Jurassic Park mug. Got it, I think 50 cents. I think I've got it up for 15 bucks plus postage. So alright, that'll do tub 18. Tub 17 is full. Tub 16 is full. Tub 29 has a bit of breathing room. I might put this big guy in there. I've started to be, he's cute as, he's a Build-A-Bear puppy dog. How cute is that? I hope that's a thumbnail. It might be. He's cute. I picked him up for, I think $1, and I think I've got 20 or 25 bucks on him. So we'll cross that one off. The only downside to doing it this way, it's a bit of double handling, but because of my situation and circumstances, it makes the most sense to my brain. Instead of editing everything here, when I get home, I quickly just bring up all those listings, and in the custom SKU area, that's where I put the location. I might even do a little episode about that if I remember. Custom SKU is a bloody lifesaver when it comes to finding your stock. Don't be fooled by the fact I screw it up a lot. A lot of that was before I started using custom SKU. So, thanks SKU very much. Tub 28 got a little bit of room? It does, yes. Tub 28 then. So tub 28, I'm going to put this another Build-A-Bear in there. It's cute, love him. I don't, but I think he's cool. So it's a Build-A-Bear teddy bear you can find by the BAB and the tags, wearing a Tigger costume. And some of these, when you do Build-A-Bear, you pay for everything you put onto them. Some of the Tigger ones I saw actually had a hood that pulled up with Tigger's head on top. This doesn't have it. That's why I always put on mine, what you see is what you get. He's really cute. However, he does fill up tub 28. There's some smaller things here that may actually, yeah, they will just go in there. Into tub. Well, not in that tub, it's an unlisted tub, you idiot. Don't allocate anything in there. They'll fit in tub 24, that's cool. Some of these may actually surprise you too. So, these are ones that you wouldn't look at, and they're ones that the op shops would throw out. So keep an eye out, because they'll throw them out. You'll be able to get them for like 20, 10 cents if you see them and they're in a throw out pile. These are the Munch Bunch. They came out ages ago, right? They were trying to get kids to eat veggies and fruit. So there were a heap of the books. These are only 2 of them. But if you look at the sold comps for completed Munch Bunch sets, I reckon you'll hop in your car and go straight out op shopping. They're worth about, I think, $400. This one blew my mind away, the Great Gulper. It's only 4 in the series, Amazing Monsters. That guy there, well, let's just say I've got him listed at $99 and I am the cheapest listing. At least the cheapest I could see when I was comping them. That stuff blows my mind. So, tub 24, Munch, Gulper, Concrete Genie for PS4, The Munch Bunch ones, I think I've got them up for 30 bucks, something like that. That was a beautiful game. It's not that it's an expensive game or anything like that. It was a personal. I played it once. I fell in love with it. I got the platinum and never felt the need to play it again because I've done everything that the game has to offer. Beautiful game though. If you're just into video games, please play that. It looks childish. It's such a moving, sad, beautiful story. It's a story about a kid who's bullied and just the power of creativity, basically. Tear-jerking the whole way through. It's beautiful. Concrete Genie. These ones, I only put it in because like it was there, and they've ticked over occasionally. Sport Billy, it's another old style book, kids book from way back. They don't go for very much, but I paid like 5 cents for it. I think I've got it listed for 10 bucks or something like that. Same as this one, Gumdrop and the Steamroller. There were mixed comps for that as well. Val Biro wrote that, and there's all sorts of mixed comps. Kids books sell, guys. Okay, yeah, kids books sell. And as you guys have said to me, bundle them up. You know, Flutter by Flipper gave some great advice about bundling up some of that stuff. And of course I know about bundling. I'm pressed for space. That's what makes bundling hard for me, but it is such solid advice. Or make tiny bundles and add more stuff to it as you're going. You can always revisit the bundle. So that was great advice. Okay. I know this is going to end up badly for me. Just so as you guys know, this is a brand called Russ, okay? They come with really cool, old school embroidered tags. They go for good money. So the little teddy bear, I think I've got him somewhere around here. It's a teddy bear wearing a nappy, right? I picked it up for like 50 odd cents and I think it comped for $61. The Russ stuff is worth getting. It's very well made. This had its tag on it, but the thing worked its way loose. So I've still got the tag, but I don't know how you treat that. It's not new with tags. It's got its tag though. So I've got to remember to include the tag. He'll fit in there too. Scratch. But yeah, you've definitely got a market for people who do appreciate old, well-made plush. So never just look past and go, it's old and shit. Always check. Now, you guys, if you watch the calculated postage, you'll have seen this one before. So it's Barbie as the Island Princess Rosalie. This one is an odd one. I am going to store it overhead because I do not have enough tub space for this one. I'm selling her as for parts, even though the animatronics work. Her mouth moves in time to her singing. It is a really cool piece of kit, but it's missing the microphone. The monkey's meant to be wearing a crown and the peacock's meant to have feathers. But the main part, the animatronics work. And if someone's got a busted one, they would very easy be able to put all the bits onto this more advanced one. So I'm selling it for parts for 50 bucks. If it had been working, I would have definitely sold her for about 110, if not more. Worth looking out for. Just got to remember not to knock her down on myself because that will hurt. This guy here you would have seen on the episode. I bought a broken robot dog. This was bought at a Vinnie's. I was so excited to get it as parts. It's worth 50 bucks. Working, it's worth about 120. I got it home. I wanted to have a play with it because I'm a child, and I like to test my stuff before I sell it. Undid the battery compartment. Battery acid has fully wiped out the spring in there. Anyone technical would know how to fix this. I don't want to know, don't care to know. So that's just going to be something cool that someone picks up. They fix it probably with minimal effort, and they flip it out and make 60 bucks on top of what they paid for it. Good shopping in my opinion. Another big one. just for now. You can sit out of the way, it's easy to find because all of these are almost at capacity. This is just a bulk bundle I did for the manga series Fairy Tale. At the time, I think I paid $2 per book, and I think I bundled them up, and I think I listed them. God, I'd rather you just check. I can't remember, but I'll make money. I'm pretty sure I paid $10. 10 or 12 bucks for them. There's 6 of them. Where to put them? Dun, 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 dun. Where to put them? Tori, sort out your stock. Sort out your stock. Tori, sort out your stock. These tubs are so full. Look out, look out. No. It's the only thing. Plushies are cool, but I don't want to keep going. I feel like I'm copping out going to tub 24, but I can see there's room. Tub 24, it's going to fill it like just over the lip. Tub 24, but I'm hoping that that will actually sell relatively quickly. Fairy Tale. Okay. 2 things to go, and then I'll show you the other sale, and then, but that's coming home with me because it didn't even get the chance to get allocated. Okay. So, this little cutie Japanese style cat plush, it has a ball, called Momo by Frederick Casey. I don't know that brand, but I do love this plush, and stuff like this is cool. Japanese horror illustrator Junji Ito did a beautiful manga about cats, which was very heartwarming. Sad, but heartwarming. I Am a Cat, I think it's called, or I Own a Cat, something like that. I've read it, I own it. If you ever want to see good horror done by a Japanese artist, Junji Ito, Junji Ito. Hardcover books generally. I've seen them at QBD in Australia. I'm sure you can find them other places. QBD, why don't you have a horror section? I used to work there very briefly. I was just blown by the fact we didn't have a horror section, and they still don't. Finally, so yeah, $1 or $2 for that. I think I've got 20 on it, maybe. Shopkins mug. Shopkins is gaining in popularity, guys. Look out for Shopkins stuff. It's hard to identify though, because it just looks like little pieces of shit. But they are cute. Look out for your Shopkins stuff. As long as you're sure it's Shopkins, you'll be able to put a pretty penny on it. All right. So these will go in tub 39. No. Tub 38. No. Actually, there'll be room here because I just got stuff out. Tub 43. Tub 43. Shopkin. And cat plush bowl. I don't know what time it is. I think I started at 12 o'clock. I think I'm actually going to be shocked when I check the time. I told Ali I'd be out for some time. Holy crap! Is this video really 2.5 hours? I won't know till I put it together. Surely it won't be. Surely. 2.5 hours. If you've sat through this, you're really wanting me for company, and I feel sorry for it. No, I don't. I'm very grateful. Alright, so I'm waiting for payment now on one item. I've got the 8 items that were there, less the one that I'm going to have to go back and look for. Wow. Okay, so final sale that I'll show you. Okay, this is a Lin Yang VHS rewinder. Basically, you put your videotape in there, you hit rewind, it rewinds it for you. It does 2-way. Also has a cleaning mode as well. This is untested, and I put it in the listing as untested. I'm a little bit nervous because a first-time eBay buyer has bought this off me with a feedback of 0, and they've paid for the shipping. It's going off to Queensland, and I really do appreciate the fact that you've chosen, if you're a viewer, I do appreciate the fact that you chose to buy off me as your first eBay transaction. I did reach out to the buyer. It does say in the title untested, and I said, hey, just to let you know, because I know you're new to eBay, this says untested. It might not work. You might get it home, it might not work. because I haven't had the chance to test it. I don't know with these things if you need to put a tape in them in order for everything to start working, because when my initial impression was I plugged it in, no issue with the power, nothing blew up, but I didn't have a tape to put in it to actually run it and test it. And I thought, oh, for now, I'm still going to put it up for $50 because that was the going comp, but I'll put untested. And it was bought. So that's why I love eBay. People buy stuff. Don't make assumptions, because you'll be proven wrong every time. I get proven wrong all the time, so I don't make assumptions about that now. I always do make sure I am explaining and informative and helpful. I try to be. And I do appreciate the fact you've sat through a massively long video. I've got a lot of work to do now because I've talked about this for too long and I slept in and blah, 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 and all the rest. So thank you for watching, guys. If you've sat through this far and you're not a member yet, or, you know, not a channel member or not a subscriber, could you do so? One or the other, both. And I do appreciate it. I'll continue sharing the journey, and I don't even know what the next video has to hold for you guys, because I'm 2 days in advance. Today's Thursday, and I think you're getting this on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be able to check when I get home and I put it together for you. It's been a real pleasure and a privilege sharing these few hours with you, as it always is. And thank you to my channel members. I'm sorry your names are so far at the end of a long video, but I really appreciate you and you keep me going. So thank you, channel members. And let's get out of here, guys. This is ages. I've put a lot of pressure on myself to get stuff done at the other end of the day now. By the time I get home, it'll be 3 p.m. That's massive. That means I'll be probably listing into the evening. And that's okay too. Just maybe no adult drinks. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.